And so once you've mentioned and we've given examples of how it will start small in terms of these conversations then you do not want to have with your mate, it could escalate and things could get really bad so that it's full-blown loneliness and yet you're married.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. A lot of couples, for example, the guy, it's typically a guy, and the guy, he goes for a drink with his mates, and a typical, happy married guy would come home after an hour. But a lot of guys, they sit in the bar, and they've had their first beer, and they think about having a second, and they suddenly think, if I go home, I'm going to have my head chopped off, you know, it's going to be a problem, she's going to be short with me. So he'll stay there much longer. And a lot of guys stay in the bar for that reason. And the reason is because when they get home, there won't be a lot of conversation. And what conversation there will be critical. There will be criticism. Do you see what I mean? So one of the very first signs you see in a relationship that's going to go in that direction is that the conversations have become criticism. It's often the wife. She's often saying... The
minute the door
opens, she starts saying all sorts of things about the guy which he doesn't like to hear. It doesn't matter what they are, but they're critical. And of course it happens both ways, but it's often the wife that does it. And the man's typical response, of course, is to keep quiet. You know what men do when you attack them? They keep quiet. Now, suddenly, there you are. She's carrying on, he's keeping quiet. It goes on for an hour, and then they sit there in silence for the rest of the evening.
And some of those symptoms, as you said, is they'll sit there quiet when also a partner starts sleeping in a different room. The next things, they're not coming at night, they're not coming over one night, 2 nights. And this, especially in the Kenyan situation, I guess other places as well, but we see now that also unfolding into now cases of infidelity. Because then at home, you're lonely, you do not have that companionship, you're not happy, and then you choose to look outside.